Hello students, today we'll be studying about the fourth chapter, that is Animal Kingdom. Last chapter we studied about Kingdom Plantae, and this class we'll be studying about the fourth chapter of the first unit, that is Animal Kingdom. Okay, in this chapter we'll study about the different phylums and different animals belonging to particular phylum. So before studying about phylum, we should be knowing about basis of classification. The basis of classification is learned because this classification help in assigning the species in a systematic position. Okay, basis of classification help us to arrange the species in a particular position in the particular phylum. So, what are basis of classification? In animal kingdom, organisms are classified based on arrangement of cells, body symmetry, nature of coelom, patterns of digestive system, circulatory system and reproductive system. So before we start about studying the phylums and the different animals included in this phylum, we should be studying about the basis of classification. So out of basis of classification, the first one is arrangement of cells. So in animal kingdom, the arrangement of cell, this classification is based on three levels of organization. They are, first one is cellular level of organization, second one is tissue level of organization, and third one is organ system level of organization. Okay, there are three levels of organization: cellular level, tissue level and organ system level. So what is cellular level of organization? It's very simple. Here the organism, every function of organism is based on cells. Here the cells are arranged as loose cell aggregate, that is called as cellular level of organization. Cells are arranged as loose cell aggregates. Example is sponges. Example is sponges. I will be saying what it is. It is a particular animal belonging to phylum Porifera. Okay. Second one is tissue level of organization. Here cells perform the same function but arranged into tissues. That means in this particular level, means the organism which belong to these levels, here the cells perform the function but they are arranged into tissues. Example, coelom. Okay, third one is organ system level of organization. That means the animals which belong to this level, they will be having organs, and particular specific organ performs specific physiological function. That means they will be having different particular organs to perform a particular function. For example, heart to pump the blood, for circulatory system, to kidney to purify the blood, like that. They will be having organs to perform particular physiological function. Example, phylum annelids, arthropods and chordates. Annelids means earthworm, arthropod means example cockroach, or chordates means all the vertebrates. Understood? So there are three levels of organization. Based on this, the animals or the species are classified: cellular level, tissue level and organ system level. Cellular level means arrangement of cells, tissue level means cells are arranged into tissues, organ system is tissues are arranged into different organs. This is about first one, arrangement of cell. Next, we will be studying about digestive system. Okay, organ system in different groups of animals exhibit various pattern of digestive system. Now, these digestive system Circulatory system, they come under organ system. Cells doesn't have organs, so this system doesn't come under cells or tissues. So digestive system, circulatory system, they come under organ system level of organization. So coming to digestive system, there are two types of digestive system. One is complete type and one is incomplete type. What do you mean by complete digestive system? A complete digestive system, we humans will be having complete digestive system. That is, a complete digestive system will be having two openings, a mouth and an anus. That is called as complete digestive system. A complete digestive system will be having two openings, a mouth and anus. What do you mean by incomplete digestive system? Incomplete digestive system means a digestive system having a single opening, that is called as incomplete digestive system. Single opening means in the single opening you will be having both mouth and anus. A single opening to the outside of the body that serves both mouth and anus. I said complete means there will be mouth and anus. One opening will be there for the mouth and second opening will be there for the anus. Anterior opening is mouth, posterior opening is anus. Whereas incomplete means in the single opening, one opening, they will be having two parts, mouth and anus. This is possible in phylum Platyhelminthes, worms. Okay, that is possible. So that is called as incomplete digestive system. Next one, circulatory system. Circulatory system, again there are two types. Open type circulatory system and closed type. Now what do you mean by open type? In open type, the blood is pumped out of the heart and cells and tissues are directly bathed in it. If you have seen cockroach, if you have anytime opened the cockroach, heart is there, but blood, the pump, what is the actual function of circulatory system? To pump the blood, circulation of blood using heart. But open type means the blood is pumped out of the heart. Heart is present, but blood is pumped out of the heart and cells and tissues are directly bathed in it. There is no particular arrangement of flowing of blood. In open type, there is no systematic arrangement of flowing of blood. Heart is present, but what happens? Blood is pumped outside the heart and all the cells and tissues are directly dipped in it. That's it. Whereas closed type, there is systematic arrangement of circulation of blood. Blood is circulated through a series of vessels of varying diameters like arteries, veins and capillaries. We will be having heart. Heart will pump the blood and that blood is passed through systematic arrangement, arteries, veins and capillaries. Okay, that is in humans. Open type, this type of heart is usually found in cockroaches, some other level of organization, whereas a closed type is found usually in vertebrates, especially in humans. ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಆ ಹಾರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಪಂಪ್ ಆಗಿ ನರಗಳ ಮೂಲಕ ಅದು ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ವೇಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟೂಡ್. Open type means heart is present but the blood is pumped outside of the heart. There is no particular arrangement for passing of blood in the body. They are just dipped, bathed in it. Whereas closed type means the blood will be pumped through the heart and circulated in particular arteries, veins and capillaries. Particular ನರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗಿ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿ. Now, I said arrangement of cells, body symmetry, nature of coelom, patterns of digestive, circulatory and reproductive system. Coming to symmetry, there are three types of symmetry. There are animals can be categorized on the basis of three types of symmetry. They are asymmetry, radial symmetry and bilateral symmetry. Animals can be categorized based on three types of symmetry. In that first one is asymmetry. Now what do you mean by asymmetry? Any plane that passes through the center does not divide them into equal halves. That is called as asymmetry. Any plane, any axis or any plane that passes through the center but does not divide into equal halves, that is called as asymmetry. Arrangement of body. Okay. Any plane that passes through the center but does not divide into equal half, that is called as asymmetry. Example, sponges. I'll show what it is. See, these are called as sponges. These are found inside the oceans. Sponges. Can you see here asymmetry? So here there is no particular plane, there is no particular axis which will divide the body into equal halves. See the arrangement of sponges here. Arrangement of sponges. They are not divided into two halves. Equal half igadu divide aglilla. Such organisms exhibit asymmetry. Okay, such organism exhibits asymmetry classification. These are sponges. These are found in oceans. Living organisms which are found in oceans. Sponges. That is, they exhibit asymmetry. Next, coming to radial symmetry. Radial symmetry means any plane passing through the central axis of the body divides the organism into two identical halves. See a radial symmetry. These are axes. What is drawn in black are axes. Any axis which pass through the particular part of the body divide the organism into two equal halves. See, anywhere if I draw the line, the organism is divided into two equal halves. See, there are three lines. Anywhere if I draw the lines, you can see the organism is divided into two equal halves. ಎರಡು ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಅರ್ಧ ಅರ್ಧ ಆಗಿದೆ. Properly they are divided into equal halves. Sponges ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಭಾಗಗಳಾಗಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, because you cannot draw. Anywhere if you draw the line, the sponges will not divide into half. But in radial symmetry, anywhere if you draw the line, axis or plane, the organism will divide into two equal halves. This takes place in sea lampreys, ctenophores and echinoderms. Starfish. You starfish ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೋದು. You might have seen the picture. ಸೊ ಆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಫಿಶ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಹಾಫ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ bilateral symmetry. This is very simple. Here what happens? The body can be divided into two identical half, left and right half. ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಸಾಕು. ಸಿ ಇನ್ ಬಟರ್ಫ್ಲೈ ಒಂದು ಲೈನ್, ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಎರಡು ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಭಾಗಗಳು ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. ಒಂದು ರೈಟಲ್ಲಿ, ಒಂದು ಲೆಫ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ. ದ ಬಾಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಇಂಟು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಕಲ್ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೈಟ್ ಹಾಫ್ಸ್. ಎರಡು ಕಡೆ ಕೂಡ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಒನ್ ರೈಟ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಹಾಫ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ bilateral symmetry. If you understood, bilateral symmetry ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎರಡು ಭಾಗಗಳಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಒಂದು ರೈಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಫ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ, ಒಂದು ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಹಾಫಲ್ಲಿ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಡ್ರಾ ಎ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಲೈನ್. ರೇಡಿಯಲ್ ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿ, Wherever you draw the axis, you will get equal halves. Whereas in asymmetry, the axis will not divide them into equal half. This is about symmetry. Next, coming to diploblastic and triploblastic organization of animals. And here, the cells of animals are arranged in diploblastic and triploblastic organization. See, what do you mean by diploblastic organization? Diploblastic means animals in which the cells are arranged in two embryonic layers, external ectoderm and internal endoderm. See here, diploblastic organization, we see in the diagram, the cells are arranged in two embryonic layers, outer ectoderm and inner endoderm. Middle ಎಂಥದ್ದು ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು ಲೇಯರ್ ಉಂಟು, an undifferentiated layer called as mesoglia is present in between ectoderm and endoderm. Important embryonic layer is outer ectoderm and inner endoderm. It is important. Diploblastic means animals in which the cells are arranged in two layers, outer ectoderm layer and inner endoderm layer. This is called as triploblastic organization. Triploblastic organization means here there are three layers. Animals in which the developing embryo has three germ layers, three embryonic layers. These diploblastic and triploblastic organization are formed in embryo. Animal ಹುಟ್ಟುವಾಗ ಮಗು ಹುಟ್ಟುವಾಗ ಮೊದಲಿನ stage is called as embryo. Okay, embryoದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವ germs layer to develop into a new species, that germ layer are called as diploblastic and triploblastic organization. Triploblastic organization means animals in which the developing embryo will be having three germinal layers or three embryonic layers, that is outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm and inner endoderm. See, in diploblastic you had outer ectoderm and inner endoderm. I said middle layer is undifferentiated mesoglia. So main thing is the animals which belonging to diploblastic organization will be having outer ectoderm and inner endoderm, whereas triploblastic means they will be having outer ectoderm, inner endoderm and middle layer called as mesoderm. The animals which develop on triploblastic organization will be having three germ layer, that is outer ectoderm, inner endoderm and middle mesoderm. Example, phylum starting from Platyhelminthes to phylum Chordates. You will understand what are this phylum in the later part. Okay, so triploblastic organization means they will be having three germ layer in their embryo, outer ectoderm, inner endoderm and middle mesoderm. This is triploblastic organism. Next, coming to pattern of coelom. What do you mean by coelom? Now, there are three patterns of coelom. Before coming to three patterns of coelom, what do you mean by coelom? Coelom means presence or absence of a cavity, body wall and the gut wall. Okay, that means the body cavity which is lined by mesoderm is called as coelom. Coelom andre presence or absence of cavity between the body wall and the gut wall. Cavity ಅಂದರೆ ಗುಂಡಿಗಳಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ ಹಲ್ಲಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟಿ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ ಈ ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟಿ ನಮ್ಮ either they are present in the body wall or absent in the body wall. That represents coelom. That means coelom ಅಂದರೆ ಬಾಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟಿ which is lined by mesoderm. What is mesoderm? Mesoderm is the middle germ layer of the triploblastic organization, middle germ layer of an embryo. Mesoderm is middle germ layer of the embryo. Now coelom is a body cavity. Now here the cavity and the gundi. A body cavity lined by mesoderm. Coelom is body cavity lined by mesoderm. Now there are three types of coeloms. First one is coelomate, second one is pseudocoelomate, and third one is acoelomate. You'll understand with the help of diagram. See, there are three types of coelom. First one is coelomates, second one is pseudocoelomates, and third one is acoelomates. What do you mean by coelomates? Animal possessing coelom. What is coelom? Body cavity lined by mesoderm. Animal having coelom, body cavity lined by mesoderm is called a coelomate. See here, the blue color line. See, you will be having outer ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. See, green color is outer ectoderm, middle layer is mesoderm, inner layer is endoderm. Can you see the cavity alli? Kali jaga, that is called as cavity. Gundigalu, Kali jaga. Okay, so body cavity which is lined by mesoderm alli on the line pass ಆಗ್ತದೆ between mesoderm and endoderm. There is a line passing. So body cavity, a cavity is lined by mesoderm, that is called as coelomate. Example, earthworm, ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ಎಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಮರವೈ, ಚಿಪ್ಪೆಗಳು, ಮೊಲಸ್, ಆರ್ಥ್ರೋಪೋಡ್ಸ್, okay, echinoderms, starfish, cockroaches, their body cavity is like this. They are coelomates. Then pseudocoelomates. Pseudocoelomates means in some animals the body cavity is not lined by mesoderm. ಹೀಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. In some animals the body cavity is not lined by mesoderm. Instead, the mesoderm is present, has scattered pouches in between the ectoderm and endoderm. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಕಲರ್ ಎಕ್ಟೋಡರ್ಮ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳಗಿರುವುದು ಎಂಡೋಡರ್ಮ್, ಒಳಗಿರುವ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಕಲರ್ ಎಂಡೋಡರ್ಮ್. ಈ ಬ್ಲೂ ಕಲರ್ ಅಂತ, ಬ್ಲೂ ಕಲರ್ ಮೀಸೋಡರ್ಮ್. ಇದು ಹೇಗೆ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮೀಸೋಡರ್ಮ್ ಮತ್ತು ಎಂಡೋಡರ್ಮ್ ಇದು ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟಿ ಲೈನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ವೇರಾಸ್ ಇನ್ ಸೂಡೋಸಿಲೋಮೇಟ್ ಮೀಸೋಡರ್ಮ್, ಎಕ್ಟೋಡರ್ಮ್ ಮತ್ತು ಎಂಡೋಡರ್ಮ್ ಇದು ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿದ್ದಿದೆ. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾಟರ್ಡ್ ಪೌಚಸ್. ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಟ್ಟರಾಶಿ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಬಿದ್ದಿದೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ ಸೂಡೋಸಿಲೋಮೇಟ್ಸ್. Okay, they are not lined by mesoderm, but they are arranged as scattered pouches. ನೀವು ಬಿಸಾಡಿದ ಹಾಗೆ ಎಕ್ಟೋಡರ್ಮ್ ಮತ್ತು ಎಂಡೋಡರ್ಮ್ ಇದು ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಬಿದ್ದಿದೆ. That is called as pseudocoelomates. Okay, the body cavity is not lined by mesoderm. Instead, the mesoderm is present as scattered pouches in between the ectoderm and endoderm. They are scattered in between the two layers. That is called as pseudocoelomates. Example, ascalminthus, round worms. The worms which are present inside our body, parasites, round worms. Okay, they possess pseudocoelomate type of coelom. Last one is acoelomate. Acoelomate means coelom is absent. Body cavity is absent. Only you will be having three layers: ectoderm, outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm and inner endoderm. That means body cavity, the coelom itself is absent. They are called as acoelomates. This is about coelom. 1 mark question, students. You have to draw all the diagrams. You have to draw this diagram. This diagram is not required. You have to draw this one, this diagram and this diagram. Each are 1 mark questions. Next is segmentation. Segmentation means in some animals the body is externally and internally divided into segments with a serial repetition of at least some organs. In some animals, the body is externally and internally divided into segments. ಅಂದರೆ ಇಡೀ ಬಾಡಿ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಯು ಮೈಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೀನ್ ಅರ್ತ್ ವರ್ಮ್, ಎರೆಹುಳ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಎರೆಹುಳ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ, ಅರ್ತ್ ವರ್ಮ್. ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದರೆ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಸಿ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಅರ್ತ್ ವರ್ಮ್, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಾಡಿ, ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಣ್ಣ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ನೀವು ಹೇಗೆ ಇಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಒಂದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇಡ್ತೀರಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು, ಸೊ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್. Like the same wise, your earthworm will be having, one small organism will be having 100 segments in the body. That is called as segmentation, division. Okay, so in some animals, the body is externally and internally, outside and inner side, divided into segments. What happens in this segment? There will be serial repetition of at least some organism. There will be, in each segment, there will be repetition of some organs. The organs adralli repeat ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ. That is called segmentation. See, example they have given. In earthworm, the body shows this pattern. Especially we can see segment in the earthworm. ಎರೆಹುಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಬಹುದು. ಆ earthworm ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಡೀ ಬಾಡಿ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. That pattern is called as metameric segmentation, and that phenomenon is known as metamerism. In earthworm, the body show this pattern. Which pattern? In earthworm, the body undergo segmentation. That pattern is called as metameric segmentation, and the phenomenon is called as metamerism. A very important 1 mark question. In earthworm, the body shows this pattern. Which pattern? Segmentation, where the body is externally and internally divided into segments with a serial repetition of at least some organs. So in earthworm, this segmentation pattern is exhibited. So that pattern is called as metameric segmentation, and the phenomenon is called as metamerism. Phenomenon is called as metamerism. Last one, on basis of classification, that is notochord. Notochord means it is a mesodermally derived rod-like structure formed on dorsal side during embryonic development in some animals. Simple thing, notochord means rod-like structure found on the dorsal side during the embryonic development in some animals. Embryonic development ಅಂದರೆ ಎಂತ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಒಂದು ಮಗು ಹೇಗೆ ಹುಟ್ಟುತ್ತದೆ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ a zygote is formed. Zygote means one cell is formed. That zygote will divide and form the embryo. That embryo will give rise to cellular level or tissue level or organ level. That particular embryo will, if it is a organ level type of organization body, then that embryo will divide into organs, then a particular body is formed. So once zygote is formed, zygote will divide into embryo. That is called as embryonic layer. Now notochord is a rod-like structure formed on the dorsal side of the body. Dorsal side andre back side of an animal, or upper side, back side of an animal. ಒಂದು rod-like structure, ನಮಗೆ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಬೋನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಒಂದು rod-like structure present on the dorsal side of the body, that is called as notochord. Dorsal ಅಂದರೆ back side of the body. Rod-like structure present on the back side of the body during embryonic development in some animals. They are called as notochord. So animals with notochord are called as chordates, and those animals which do not perform this structure are called as non-chordates. ಕೆಲವು ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸಿಗೆ ಈ ರಾಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಉಂಟು. ನಾವು mammals, we have notochord. ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಬೋನ್ ಉಂಟು. ರಾಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಸೈಡಲ್ಲಿ ಉಂಟು, which will support us. So such animals which will be having that notochord are called as chordates. And animals which do not have this structure are called as non-chordate. For example, see, these are sponges. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ rod like structure ಇಲ್ಲ, notochord ಇಲ್ಲ. So animals which do not have rod like structure or which do not have notochord, they are called as non-chordates. Okay, animals which will be having notochord andre rod like structure present on the dorsal side. The animals with the notochord are called as chordates, and animals without notochord are called as non-chordates. Keep it in mind. Animals with notochord are chordates, and without notochord are non-chordates. These are basis of classification. Now, based on this classification, animals are classified. See here, this is important. This particular thing we will be studying in this particular chapter, classification of animals. To understand about these animals, you should be knowing what are their levels of organization, what are symmetry, and what are body cavity. So in this chapter, you will be studying about 11 phylums belonging to kingdom Animalia. And these 11 phylums, there are particular organism species which come under this phylum. We will be studying about different animals belonging to different phylums which come under kingdom Animalia. You will be studying about 11 phylums. See, to understand 11 phylums, you should be knowing their basis of classification. See, in detail they have given. Kingdom Animalia, the first one is level of, okay, Kingdom Animalia, levels of organization, symmetry, body cavity, and phylum. See students, there are level phylum. Phylum Porifera, first one is phylum Porifera, phylum Coelentrates or called as Nididia, phylum Ctenophora, C is silent here, phylum Ctenophora, phylum Platyhelminthes, phylum Ascalminthus, phylum Annelida, phylum Arthropoda, phylum Mollusca, phylum Echinodermata, phylum Hemichordata, and phylum Chordata. Each phylum will be having particular organism depending upon particular examples coming under this phylum. So study at this phylum, you should understand basis of classification. So, Kingdom Animalia consists of 11 phylum. Out of that, see, phylum Porifera will be having only cellular level of organization. Symmetry is absent, asymmetry. Body cavity, acoelomate, phylum Porifera. Understood? You are understanding why we studied these terms, classification. See, then, next, phylum Coelentrata. Again, they are based on tissue level of organization. Exhibit radial symmetry. Body cavity, acoelomate. Coelom is absent. So, belonging to that particular pattern is phylum Coelentrata and phylum Ctenophora. Last one is organ system level of organization. They exhibit bilateral symmetry. Here, without body cavity, acoelomates, phylum Platyhelminthes. They all exhibit bilateral symmetry. Without body cavities, phylum Platyhelminthes. Pseudocoelomates, scattered coelom, they are Ascalminthus, and with proper coelom, with the coelom, they are phylum Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordata, and Chordata. These are some of the characteristic features of particular animals. This is classification of animals. So in the next class, we will be studying about different phylums and their examples. Okay. Hope you understood. Thank you.